All right, y'all. Bitcoin is currently testing a very, very, very important level of resistance. And so today I want to go over some quick market analysis so we can determine what is going to happen here. Is Bitcoin going to break out of this important resistance? Are we possibly going to see a new all-time high? I think it's very possible. I think there's very possible that we could continue up from here and see Bitcoin go to new all-time highs very, very soon. It's also possible that we could have a pullback. So let's get into the charts and I will show you what I am currently seeing here. If we go to the 2-day time frame on Market Cipher B, we can see that we are currently printing a good old green dot on the 2-day Market Cipher B. We can also see if we zoom in a little bit that the money flow looks like it's about to curve to the upside. Now, if this does happen on the 2-day time frame, I would expect that we would get a very significant move to the upside. The last time we got a money flow crossover on the 2-day time frame was all the way back here in April 2020. So April 2020, that was right after the dump, after everybody was concerned about getting the cough, and then we came up to pretty much a massive all-time high with Bitcoin. So this is the context in which we need to understand where we are currently at right now. If we come down to the daily time frame, we can see that we have still a lot of momentum to go. The only thing that gives me caution here, y'all, is the fact that as we have been making higher highs, we've also been making lower highs on Market Cipher B, and that is called a bearish divergence. A bearish divergence is when the price continues to make higher highs while momentum makes lower highs. So let's zoom in a little bit and just kind of take a look at where we're at. As many of us are aware, if we pull a fib from the all-time high at about 65K to the low of this dump, and we zoom in maybe to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are coming up to a very, very important level of resistance right here. This is indeed the Fibonacci golden pocket area. Now, this is a main area where if we are going to continue in a downtrend from the all-time high, it's very likely that we would actually reject from this area. Now, the trades have been pretty nice lately, y'all. Let me just say that the trades have absolutely been pretty nice the past few days. I was able to grab a short from right here, grab a long from right here, and now I'm currently short from right here. So if we go into the trading Discord, we can see that I was really eyeing up a short potential trade setup from this area at around 52.57 if we got the bearish divergences. That is exactly what happened, and it was a pretty nice short. In fact, I did take a lot of profit out of here, up over 70%. And then later on, we can see that if we come back to the chart here, when we came down to this wick was a nice long setup down here, because actually if we pull a fib from, let's see, if we pull it from a swing low, perhaps, was it this swing low to this swing high? Yes. We can see that we fell right into the Fibonacci golden pocket for a nice bounce out of that golden pocket. Currently, guys, I'm still in this long trade, and that long trade is up over 100%. You can see my entry was 48,459. So right in this golden pocket is when I entered, still in the long, and then I was able to enter this short this morning from up here. That's actually a trade setup that I've been looking at. I'm going to get more into this, but we can see down here a while ago, actually, I posted this setup. This would be a really juicy setup if it plays out, where we come right up to that 51K area, right in here, and get a rejection off of this line right here at about 51.1-ish K. So I currently did have a limit order set there. As the bearish divergences were forming, I was actually in a live stream. 51.1 was my entry. I've taken some profit out of this. But am I expecting higher? It's kind of what I want to talk about right now. If we just take a look at the 1-hour time frame, we can see that here, let me put back on the Bitcoin price. By the way, guys, if you do want to join the Discord, where I post my daily technical analysis updates as well as potential trade setups, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. I do post a lot of technical analysis in here, my trading ideas, my trading levels, all this stuff. Patreon.com/Jason Casper. Yeah, so coming back to here, we're on the 1-hour time frame right now, and we can see that we are coming up to that very important level of resistance. We didn't actually hit it. We can see that if we zoom in a little bit, we did not actually hit that golden pocket. We just missed it. We just missed it. And then we got a massive drop, and I did have a limit order set just below that 618, just in case something like this did happen, so that did get filled. But what I'm actually kind of hoping for right now is that we get another move to the upside into this golden pocket, something like this, and then we get a big drop from there, because what that would do is that would allow us to print bearish divergences on multiple time frames, especially the higher time frames, like perhaps the 48-minute time frame, where you can see that we're printing a red dot on Market Cipher B right now. And if we do print a red dot and then we print a green dot and then another red dot like this, as we pop into this golden pocket, we could really get a super nice rejection out of there, especially if we are looking at the lower time frames and we have divergences on the lower time frames as well as these higher time frames. It's important just to take a look here and see that we can see the bearish divergences forming as we come up to very close to that 618. We can see the bearish divergences forming here. If we go down to even a lower time frame, we can see that the money flow is actually coming down right now. So if we do get one more pump into there, I will definitely be looking for a short position from there. Something else just to keep in mind is the fact that if we do break above this golden pocket right here, if we are able to get above this resistance, we do not have much resistance above us, not at all. We have very, very little resistance above us. We have some resistance up in this area here, based on this area that we found a sticking point. But if we break above this golden pocket, it's pretty much smooth sailing to once we get up here. And if we get above here, I really think we could see new all-time highs for Bitcoin. I absolutely do think that. What we need to really watch is this Market Cipher B here. We want to see this momentum wave on the daily continue up. We want to see it come back above that 60 line, come up higher than this previous momentum wave, so that we can stop printing that bearish divergence. And so really the higher time frames are kind of going to be our guides. If we do get this money flow crossover on the 2-day, that could be a very powerful thing. I really think that could be extremely powerful, give us a powerful move to the upside. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, we can see that we still have a lot of room to go here before we get a red dot. We have a few weeks before, if we're projecting that this VWAP is going to continue, we do have a few weeks before it crosses over that zero line. And we can even see in the past that as the VWAP on the weekly time frame, even if it's pointing down pretty intensely, like right here, we can see it's pointing down pretty intensely, we still get another massive few moves to the upside. So I do think we could see that move. Right now, the immediate important resistance is this right here. And as far as the swing trades go, I'm keeping obviously all my longs open. Currently, I'm looking for short scalp trades for Bitcoin and for Ethereum. And guys, if this is something you want to learn, to mark levels on a chart, to understand how to use Market Cipher, check out jasoncaspertrading.com, because this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a more confident, more profitable trader, assuming you've never even looked at a chart before. It will walk you through all the technical analysis you need to know so that you can look at a chart, enter a trade with confidence, know how to use Market Cipher. We show you trading strategies that you can use right out of the box that are very profitable. And then we teach you risk management so that even if you lose more trades than you win, you can still be profitable over time. This is literally changing the way thousands of people approach the charts. And if you're interested, there's still a 30% discount in the description of this video. And yes, so that's pretty much where we are at for Bitcoin right now, y'all. We're testing a very important area of resistance. If we get above this area, I do think it's smooth sailing, potentially to new all-time highs. And if we do get a rejection from here, let's quickly just discuss where I think we could go. If we do get a rejection from here, it's important to keep in mind that we did just get a money flow crossover on the 4-hour, guys. So if we do get a rejection from here, I'm not expecting it to be a catastrophic crash. However, an area that I would look potentially to come back down to is, depending on where we reject from, we would want to pull out our fibs and kind of see where we could come to. I think it's important also just to keep in mind the fact that we do have an important area right here. This value area low is actually the value area low from the Elon Musk range. I call it the Elon Musk range because when Elon Musk tweeted and we got this massive move to the upside, we ended up trading in this higher range right here. We actually do have the value area low, which we are currently above. So, If we are not able to hold above this value area low, then I think it's probable that we come back down. But if we pull a fib out from this low right here, let's say we do reject off of the 618, it's important to just keep in mind the fact that the 382 fib level, actually hang on, let me go to a lower time frame. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, it's important just to keep in mind that the 382 fib level is lining up kind of nicely with that value area low. If we reject off of there, if we get a higher rejection, maybe off the 0.65, we can see that the 382 lines up perfectly with that value area low. So it's very possible that we don't get that much of a move. We might just come down maybe like 4 or 5%, maybe even to the golden pocket 7%. It's also possible that we would come down and if we pulled out the fib from here, it's possible that we would come down to these lows again, lining up nice with the golden pocket and get a bounce from there. That's kind of what I would be expecting at the most. Honestly, maybe like a 10% correction. That's kind of what I would be expecting. And obviously, we would have to take it as it comes. But, those are some of the targets in the event that we do reject from here. Again, I'm in a small short position from a limit order that I had right at 51.1K. So literally, if we look at the wick right here, 51.1 was right here, right about here. So that's a pretty good entry for the short. It did come down quite a bit. All right, guys. Well, that's kind of it. Be looking out for bearish divergences on these higher time frames. If we get another pump, look at the 1 hour. Is the 1 hour doing something like this as we pump up into the golden pocket? If so, you should be looking for, well, of course, this is not financial advice, guys. Nothing I say on this channel is ever financial advice. But, if you're paper trading this just for fun, for educational purposes and entertainment, if you see bearish divergences as we're coming up into that golden pocket, definitely be looking for a good short entry for your paper trading. All right, y'all. May the Lord bless each one of you in the name of Yeshua the Messiah. I do pray you are blessed. I do pray all of you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.